Flyover Politic Podcast, the show for normal Americans. From this undisclosed bunker, here's your host, Tony Reed.
Sorry, I had to find the damn thing. I got routed wrong. Understand that in 2000, they said the Supreme Court gave them 2004, they burned Washington, D.C. down and said George Bush was illegitimate and Kerry shouldn't have conceded. In 2016, 90 people didn't even show up for the inauguration. And 12 people voted against it, including this piece of shit. Then they impeached him twice for bullshit that Biden's actually fucking done. And they blocked him on everything. When Trump, if he wins, which the polls show he should be winning, if they didn't do some crooked shit like tell people not to vote, threaten them with letters, and vote for them, and all the illegal voting that's going on, that's getting proven, and they're not taking the votes out. They're just charging them. Nothing will happen to them. They voted Democrat.
It's necessary, but it's not sufficient because what can be put into the Constitution can slip away from you very quickly. And the greatest example going on right now before our very eyes is Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which they're just disappearing with a magic wand, as if it doesn't exist, even though it could not be clearer.
He's an insurrectionist. He can't be president. You mark my words, if he wins, they're going to have senators and Republicans senators and representatives from the Democratic side ask for recounts. They're not going to let him be president. And the media is going to flip on that in 2.3 seconds. Doesn't matter if he wins a popular vote or not. They're going to say he's not illegitimate. He's not legitimate. He's a felon. They're going to come up with something. They're going to fight this election. There's going to be burning in the street. There's going to be fucking protesters. There's going to be trucking people around like they did last fucking time. And threatening people and everything. It's going to happen. But back to let's divorce our loved ones. All those girlies about to cancel out your vote. Sorry, it's bad font. You couldn't be me, Sit. My boyfriend is educated and cares about women's rights. Educated is a big thing. They're doing this educated. You're an idiot if you don't vote for Kamala stuff. Here's another guy. This one.
Are you ready for this? Here we go.
No, I'm not ready for it.
Are you ready for it? Take a little dig at Harris. Decides to work in a McDonald's. No less than 48 hours later, we have an E. coli outbreak with none other than McDonald's and their quarter pounders. The Biden-Harris administration taking it very, very seriously and is putting everybody on high alert. We have the big Biden-Harris rally, and we
Trump's fault. All these females talking about partners vote and okay, bestie, but also leave them. Why are we spending our lives with people who don't align with our morals? This isn't 1980s. You don't differ on taxes and infrastructure policy. This is why they're all single.
I've been seeing the trend of the women that are like going to cancel out my husband's vote by voting blue for Kamala Harris. Like, I mean, I feel you, but also, if that man's voting for Trump, he is actively voting against you and your rights.
I want to once again say he has not said anything about abortion. He says this be a state right issues, which majority of people that I talk to, even lefties, say, yeah, it's cool. It's not actually banning abortion. You can go anywhere and get a full-term abortion. It's not going to kill you. All this bullshit, they're pulling up these little cases. It's a bad DCI or an infection. It has nothing to do with the abortion. So they're, once again, disingenuous. It's like every abortion video I've ever watched from the left by HBO or whatever. It's always a lady who's having her 15th abortion because she doesn't know how to use birth control, which is free because we had a whole election on it in 2008. You millennials don't remember that. It was a whole election where a girl who paid $35,000 a year to go to fucking Columbia was bitching that she couldn't get fucking abortion, fucking birth control pills. So we need to make it free. And Rush Limbaugh called her a slut. And that was the whole election. That's what I remember about the election. So we got free birth control. She became an instant rock star. Then they forgot about her. She ran for office and lost. And so we're making this stretch now. Because of this, you're going to lose Birth control? Who has said that? Then to make it fucking, they always want the handmaid tale. They want it to be real. They're sick fucks. And then you could make another stretch that he wouldn't let transgenders be in the military, so you're going to lose all your gay and trans rights. Well, I'm sorry if you actually research, which I did because I don't like the guy and I believed almost everything the media was saying. He had gay fucking weddings in Mar-a-Lago before Obama, Hillary, or Joe Biden believed in gay marriage, and he hasn't done anything about trans. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like everybody else in the country, except you, who don't think little kids get their dicks chopped off because they woke up and said, I'm a girl at 4 years old. Here's some more of this. This was everywhere.
I see people saying they're canceling out a spouse's vote. I would have divorced my husband.
There's another
This is
one.
something I genuinely do not get. Democratic women married to Republican husbands. I don't get it. If my husband was a Republican, truthfully, I would file for a divorce.
You're a piece of shit. When the Mexican who came because of who just became a citizen becomes a Republican. They ain't got to talk about this guy. Here's one who wants to get into it because she's a lawyer.
As we know, it's election season. And I'm curious, how many of you have separated or divorced your significant other due to their politics?
Are you well? Are you well?
On my way to cancel out my husband's vote. Bestie, he is voting against you having rights over your own body. How? How is he voting for that? Trump doesn't want to get rid of abortion. Trump doesn't want to get rid of birth control. This is straight up fear-mongering bullshit. This is all they have, is to scare people to vote for them. Sunday, when I'm having a bad day, I remember there are women who are married to Republican men, and then I feel better, and I own a Bronco. She got hosed, man. So many people were talking to her. Oh, my God.
5, 4,
Canceling
3,
out
2, 1.
my husband's vote.
Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
Love it up. Love it up. We're a piece of shit. Look at this. Putting stickers by the library or the pickup line.
Popular.
Divorce
You're
your
gonna
Republican
be
bestie.
No longer with us.
So she's not on the team at all.
Correct.
She won't be back this season.
Correct.
Get rid of friends because they vote for Trump.
Not on
You don't
the team
see
at
this
all.
the other way, folks.
Your turn, honey.
This
In the one
once
place in
again,
America
once
where
again,
women still have a right
this
to
is
choose.
fucking your problem. This is why you're losing. Dump your Republican boyfriend.
What do we have here?
Really?
Welcome to part 4 of things that are not inherently political but give off Republican vibes, featuring JoJo.
Let's get it started with chair rails. This is an old classic. Total Republican vibes. This one's a little...
You hate people.
Guilty.
Voting red.
Count 2.
Thinking for myself.
Count 3. Guilty.
Life.
My friend is divorcing her husband because he's voting for Trump. Is she wrong? The marriage is probably garbage, so she's not.
I can't believe this. My daughter.
This is another
was
one. Look at
raped.
this.
And you're not going to do anything? I'm sorry.
And nobody's saying they can't do anything.
the procedure.
Then they're on YouTube or TikTok doing this. This is a lie right here.
News out of Ohio this morning where it has been announced that Usha Vance has filed for divorce from her husband, J.D. Vance.
That's a
Usha has
lie.
retired.
Here's a guy. Saw a woman sobbing because she found out her husband is supporting a Trump supporter, so now she's divorcing him. So sad that the left has put so much fear into people that they love can't even survive. It is really sad. It's very fucking sad. Knowing I won't have to cancel anyone I know to vote, but my immigrant family aren't ladder pulling sellouts. My Cuban boyfriend votes blue, and I don't willingly associate myself with people who don't support my ideas. So I'm in an insular bubble, and I suck. Oregon lady I follow.